Trust rarely collapses in a dramatic moment. Much more often, it just quietly erodes. Here are the 5 warning signs and the 3 rhythms that keep it topped up. This is something that surprised me about long-term recovery. Trust rarely collapses in some dramatic moment. Much more often, it just erodes quietly through neglect, through complacency, through small change patterns that nobody quite names. So this lesson is about catching that erosion early, because it's so much easier to top trust up than to rebuild it again. Let me walk you through the warning signs gently. The first is communication decreasing. Early on, there were daily check-ins, real conversations. Years later, assumptions quietly replace talking. Everything's fine becomes the default, and weeks pass without anything meaningful being said. The danger is that when a real problem does come, there's no habit of conversation to carry it. The second is recovery support fading away. Therapy reduced, then stopped. I don't need it anymore. Meetings occasional, then gone. The sponsor relationship dormant. Now, support naturally reduces over the years, and that's healthy. But there's a difference between easing off and dropping to zero. The risk of zero is that the support disappears before the stress arrives, and then a hard season hits with no infrastructure to hold it. The third is accountability quietly vanishing. No check-ins, no conversations about challenges, complete independence assumed. The fourth is stress management slipping back, not to substances, but to the old patterns: overwork, isolation, irritability, white-knuckling it alone. And the fifth is complacency itself. I'm cured, treating recovery as a past issue rather than a present practice. That kind of thinking tends to come before trouble, because once recovery is taken for granted, the warning signs stop being watched. Now, I don't tell you these to make you anxious, the opposite. I tell you so you can do the gentle maintenance that prevents them. And the maintenance is mostly just staying in touch on purpose, the reframe that helped me most. A monthly check-in isn't an interrogation. It's maintenance, like changing the oil, not waiting for the engine to fail. How's recovery feeling? Any challenges lately? How's your support? How are we doing as a family? Asked warmly, even when everything's fine. Especially when everything's fine, I'd suggest 3 simple rhythms. A monthly ritual that keeps you connected. A dinner out, a walk, a standing cup of tea. Just the 2 of you, even when there's nothing to discuss. A quarterly check-in every few months to gently take the temperature of recovery and of the relationship. And once a year, an annual trust conversation, not because there's a problem, but because trust, like anything precious, needs attention. It's been this many years. How's trust feeling between us? What's strong? What feels a little neglected? And when did we last stop to celebrate how far we've come? If you take one thing from this lesson, trust you don't tend will quietly thin. A monthly cup of tea on purpose, a yearly honest conversation, small rhythms are what keep hard-won trust strong. In Lesson 3, we'll look at the moments most likely to test all this, the big life changes, even the happy ones, and how to support someone through them without hovering. I'll see you there. Set your own monthly, quarterly and annual rhythm in the workbook page for this lesson. Lesson 3, Trust Through Life's Big Changes, is next in this playlist.